Hi, everyone, and welcome to Soft Girls Talk Back. I'm your co host, Dre.
And I'm Lilia.
And today we are opening our first episode. We will be reviewing The Devil Wears Prada 2. Lilia, do you want to tell them a little bit of our traditions and our, how would you call it?
I guess traditions would be like the one, like the best word to describe it. So basically what we do every year, or not every year, but mostly like every time we visit each other, we watch The Devil Wears Prada, the first one. And it's like just a thing we established maybe since 2021. So it's been going on for almost 5 years already.
Yeah.
Almost 5 years. It gets to a point like I'll visit and we'll watch it at least 3 to 4 times. Like
Right.
it's a movie that we just watch like all the time.
Honestly, I think we're overdue for another viewing.
Exactly.
So, viewing is crazy. Let me not use viewing. Another
Showing.
There you go. Yeah. If you're wondering why we keep looking to the side, is because of how our cameras are placed, and so one's directly in front of me, one's off to the side, and
Right
so
here.
we will be referencing to each other by looking away occasionally.
I think that this was something that it's been talking about for I don't remember, like years in the making, and now that it's finally here, it's kind of like wow.
Yeah. I do want to disclose before we continue is that there will be spoilers.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, please go watch it and then come back to the episode.
Go watch it.
Go watch it. So yeah, no promises of no spoilers because it's definitely gonna happen.
Yes. This is part review, part cultural autopsy, part therapy session.
Very much therapy session. Yeah. I can't tell you how much this movie really opened my eyes, on like the kind of like the crazy sad things that are happening in the world.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean like the whole like AI changes and stuff like that. It was kind of like,
and just like the changing world of journalism.
Yeah. It's like a dying art.
Yeah, it really is. All of it.
So let's get into it, guys. Okay. So let's jump into our initial thoughts for the film. I loved it.
I did too. I loved it.
I literally I cried multiple times. I think there were a lot of points, a lot of themes in there that one needed to be touched on, and two, some of like the actors that they brought on, all the like the cameos that they had, even Caleb, like that was probably even though like his part wasn't that big, but like he was still like really good, he kind of seemed a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but and what is her name, Simone Ashley. They dressed her good. I think she was even dressed better than some of
the main
characters. Yeah, she was just dressed, girl. Yeah. Like, but I think overall, like that, the movie, the Gaga part, like the actual fashion show, I did feel like there was kind of like conflict resolution. Like it was kind of just like building up to like the main conflict, but it just felt like there was a lot going on.
Like there wasn't so much kind of like the uphill climb and then the conflict and then like the kind of the descent. Yeah.
It was literally just like
up,
yeah,
and then down.
Like if we were to put it on a map, like on a map or something, like
a graph.
There you go. Oops. It would just be like, and then the final, that's how I kind of felt like with the movie. So, but overall, it was beautiful. I loved it. The ending was great. Part of me wishes there would be a third.
I know.
What do with Runway?
I think my initial thoughts were I loved it as well. I thought it was. I wouldn't say it surpassed the first one. I would say it's like a right there. I think I appreciated a lot of the callbacks to the first one, a lot of like references, a lot of things, a lot of Easter eggs. But I definitely appreciated the whole thing about how fashion's evolving, how the media landscape is evolving, about how like everything's a little bit more on the PC side, and Miranda's not really like her not normal self, but more of like how she used to be back in the first movie. And the fashion was so good. There were some weak spots. I'm not gonna lie, there were some weak spots, but I think it was it was so good. It was so
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I'm telling you, we both cried. Like
Yeah, we
literally,
did.
as soon as the
We
movie
totally did.
ended, we kind of just like, oh
I
my god,
know.
But yeah, it was so good.
Yeah.
Okay, should we talk about the weak spots or should we talk about the strong point?
I think we should go. Let's start with the strong points first. I think.
Strong spot in the movie was, of course, the main characters.
Oh yeah.
The main characters that came
It's
back.
yeah. It's like they didn't change.
Right, right. Especially like I was happy to see Lily. Like I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
wow, I'm glad she's here. I'm glad that the boyfriend wasn't
Exactly,
there.
exactly. Or I mean, the other friend, he was okay.
He was alright, but I think he appreciated
He
her job
appreciated the
more.
job. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
So I was kind of sad that he wasn't in there,
Yeah,
but I don't know what he would have brought.
that's
You
true.
know.
He was a corporate research
Oh
analyst.
yeah, he hated his job.
He hated his job.
Yeah.
I think another strong point was, and I saw this while watching the movie, and then I was talking to Nens after, was that she didn't lose like that sense of fashion from her way of thinking from the first movie. Like she was still fashionable. She wasn't like how she used to be like in the first part of the movie before she gets the makeover. Like it's so easy to go back to that, like, oh, she didn't really care about it and all this
Yeah.
stuff. But she geeked out over fashion and that was really like fun to see that she still had like that runway in her.
So okay, let's get a little deep in this
Okay.
because I've always thought this. Do you think that styling and like appreciating fashion
Mhm.
and just like the fact that she didn't know anything about it and she was basically taught,
Mhm.
and there's people that are born with it already,
Yeah.
where they're born with like
That sense of
being able to
style.
put a sense
Yeah.
of style, put something together. Like, do you really think that it can be taught, or do you like what are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, like I think that it could be taught to a certain extent. Like with Andy being an example, she knew nothing, and then just by putting her in all these, designer couture outfits, you kind of start like building upon yourself,
Right.
like your own sense of style. That's basically what fashion is. It's like your sense of style. Well, not it's not basically what it all is,
Yeah.
but like you're cultivating your own personal style. And so like once you kind of get the building blocks, then you start like cultivating your own
Getting
looks,
yeah, yeah,
getting
yeah.
your footing in that. And
That's
but
true.
I also think that it's very innate. It's very like you're born with that. Like
Mhm.
it's a
Yeah,
gift. It's a gift
it's a
basically.
gift.
Yeah.
That's true. I've just always thought about that, and I've also kind of thought about myself. Like, if I put myself in those shoes, like I'm very basic when it comes. Okay, when I was younger, I would dress right really well.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if it's because like I work a lot that I'm constantly in like professional clothing,
Hmm.
and like even when I go out, not to like the club or anything, but like when I go out in public, like when I go to the store or something, like I'm kind of in like professional clothing all the
Yeah.
time, and I want to break free from that
Hmm.
because that's not who I am. Like I don't want my professional life to be my only identity, you
Exactly.
know. And so I really have been trying to explore different like outfits, and it's really hard for like a plus size girl.
It really is. It really a lot of the clothes that are made, they don't really flatter figures.
Right.
It really doesn't. And a lot of the clothing you see like in different stores, and no shade to, department stores or, specialty stores, but a lot of the stuff that's designed for standard sizes, once it gets transferred to like plus size, it doesn't look good. It
Right.
really doesn't look good.
Yeah. It's been like watered down or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or it looks matronly, which
Or maternity.
exactly,
You know?
exactly.
So those are the things that kind of run through my mind when I
Hmm.
was like, I really like that she, like you said, like she really kept that
That sense of
sense
style.
of style.
Hmm.
I think another thing that I appreciated from the
Hmm.
movie, even though it kind of makes Gen Z look a little like sensitive,
Hmm.
but when Miranda's talking at the table
At
and
the
they're like
table.
having that meeting, and Amari's telling her like, "Oh no, like
You
don't
can't say
say
that.
that,
You
you
can't
can't
say that.
say that,"
Yeah.
and it's all like HR appropriate, like politically correct,
Hmm.
like, and Miranda's just like, I can't say that. What else can't I say? You
Yeah.
know? So I thought that was funny in itself, But it to me kind of painted Gen Z a little like sensitive.
It's kind of in a weird gray area because not a gray area, but like I was 10 when the movie came out in 2006, and so were you. And so
Yeah.
like back then, like you could just say basically whatever in the fashion industry, and like
Right.
it was accepted. But I see where the whole not policing, but kind of like I guess policing is like
Yeah,
the,
it's
the right
definitely
the right
policing.
word.
Yeah.
Um, trying to be more inclusive and kind of I don't know. It's weird
Definitely the inclusive part because I remember in the first movie, well, even as many times as we've
if
watched
we've seen
it,
it
yeah, there's so many references to like
being
being
fat.
slender and yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah,
they point out like, um, go ahead, let me
take a chance. Hire the smart
fat
fat
girl,
girl.
right? And then she says like usually slender, right? Like
Slender, of
so
course.
like they always point.
As Andy is like out of the realm of like model size.
Well, that and like they made it a point in the first movie to like call out like the plus size of
Hmm.
or the fat or
Yeah,
whatever. But in this movie, they had plus size
they
assistants.
even had older models in the show
I didn't
in
even notice
Milan.
that.
Yeah, there were some older models. Yeah,
Oh, gotta watch it again. Honestly, we
yeah.
gotta
You
watch
have
it
to. You do
again.
have to watch it again.
I know
It's.
that we'll find other Easter eggs.
I think one of the other strong points was that they still kept like musical phrases from the first movie in the score.
Yes,
A lot of the themes
yes,
from the first movie came back and they were like revamped or like reorchestrated. And I
right.
think that was something that really, I mean, for as a music person, I mean, we're both music
Right.
nerds.
Yeah.
I think that's something that like movies should start doing, at least for like sequels, like revamp like a lot of the high points of the score instead of having to like
Yeah.
orchestrate a whole different thing. But I really enjoyed that they had like callbacks to like the score from the first movie, and I think it really like
Oh yeah.
was good. It really framed like the whole continuity between the first and the second movie.
No, yeah. I did appreciate it. It felt more a little more nostalgic, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is familiar.
Hmm.
You know, but it's also new material.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
So, what do you think were some of the weak spots of the film?
One that I can easily think of
Hmm.
is when she's going off to the Hamptons.
Hmm.
She's like, I don't have anything to wear. And she's like going crazy about some dress or something that she looked at
Yeah.
that's couture or something. And I don't know. I just think the reaction and even um, what is Stanley Tucci's character? Nigel?
Nigel.
Even his reaction was like, okay, but there better not be a stain on there or anything like
Yeah.
that. Like, and then we see it and it's not
It's
it. It
it's
was
not
cute.
it's not bad. It was very much like 60s, very like panel square type of thing, very colorful. I just think that her reaction, and this is what I saw a lot of on TikTok, was that her reaction was just like so
Yeah.
big and theatrical,
Yeah.
and then to see her get on the jitney with that dress on.
Yeah.
Not to say it wasn't like bad or anything. It was really pretty. It was just like I don't know.
It
The
was
buildup was kind of like
yeah, no, I honestly felt like you could find that dress like at TJ Maxx or something.
yes, yeah,
It wasn't like wow, like it really wasn't wow to me.
yeah.
But it looked beautiful on her,
It did.
and honestly, I was like, oh, okay, that's her travel
Hmm.
outfit. But no, she wore that to the actual party. Like,
Exactly,
that
exactly.
didn't make sense to me.
Like
That didn't make
the
sense to me.
jitney, it's a bus. It's like a bus to the Hamptons from New York, and so like you're in there with like all these people.
Yeah.
It's basically like it's referenced in a Sex and the City episode where it's like a bus to summer camp, basically.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I've never watched Sex and the City, but
I think
I hear
yeah,
good things. I hear good things.
it's really good. It's a little dated in some of the
Oh,
topics, but like it's pretty good.
I don't know why we needed a love interest.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what a lot of people on TikTok were saying also. It's like, why did they need to like shoe in like a love interest? Like it had no like connection to like the
No,
story.
like we've seen how she's proven herself to be like a self-sufficient,
Hmm.
independent woman. Like she created
Exactly.
a whole career for herself,
Hmm.
and then there's a love interest. Like
And honestly, I think this is just my opinion, but not every movie like needs a love interest
no,
or like that kind
no.
of like romantic setting or tension. Like it not every movie needs that. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely felt
Especially in like a movie like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the whole focus was on like the continuation of the story,
Mhm.
her coming back to Runway, and but it just seemed like left field. Like it felt like a filler episode,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
So
he was cute, not gonna lie,
he was
but
cute, and he had
and
an accent,
yeah, Australian accent.
Australian.
But I just didn't see the point. Like
Mhm.
he was in it for like what, a combined total of what, 10 minutes at
Probably,
least.
and then the whole like not even a fight because it wasn't a fight. It
It
was like a
wasn't.
tiff, but
Yeah.
um, and then he comes back at the end and then everything's all fine.
What was
Yeah,
the point? What
I,
was the point?
and I thought it was cute that he had learned Italian,
Hmm.
to see her
Yeah.
when he saw her again. But why?
But
Like, I
yeah,
don't get it. Like, it was
yeah.
just, yeah.
Another weak spot, BJ Novak.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
like why?
yeah.
Why? I mean, I get it. Like he's like the son of Irv, and I get it. He's the next one to take the mantle. But at the same time, like, why was he there? Like honestly, no shade to
No
BJ
shade,
Novak,
yeah, no shade.
but
Because I
like,
love BJ
yeah,
Novak. He's so
exactly.
adorable, but
But like, what's the point?
right.
Basically, like,
Yeah. He did have a funny line here and there, like,
mhm.
especially when he's like, our circus, our monkeys. Like, I thought that was so funny because I've been hearing that a lot.
And especially like his sport references, and Miranda's like, I don't know what he's talking about.
What did he say? Take it to the
Take it
end.
to the end zone.
She's like, beautifully. She did not care.
Exactly.
Yeah, she did not care.
Exactly.
I honestly didn't care for the Lucy Liu part.
Yeah, I mean, she's gorgeous.
I love
Lucy
Lucy.
Liu is
She looks the
gorgeous.
same from Charlie's
She
Angels days.
does. She does. And but I don't really see like what was the. I mean, Miranda had some really good like lines in that whole interview,
Oh yeah,
but I don't really see like what was the point. I mean, yes, it sets her up. At the end, like she like saves Runway and Elias
right,
Clark and all that stuff. I
right.
think,
Yeah,
but
I hope.
yeah, I hope. But there was. It was like, what was the point? Like, she was the ex-wife.
Right. And I was also kind of thinking, like, you know how Andy's kind of making phone calls in the hotel room, but we're not even sure who she's calling. I thought she was calling like investors to
Yeah,
like buy Elias Clark, and then it turns out to be Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu.
And I was like, is it really hard to get a hold of that woman? Like,
Exactly.
did you not at this point have her number? Like,
Right after
who are
that
you calling all
whole
day?
after that whole montage in the first half of
Yeah.
like getting that interview, like you couldn't just like.
And there are so many holes, like I literally can't read it. I know there was another hole in there. Um, I want to know how Emily got to work for retail. Like,
Right,
at what point did she like say, "I don't want to work for"?
Miranda, or like, I
Right.
don't want to work for Runway and take a job at Dior. But I think she does say that Miranda got her that job at Dior
So
in
did she
that
not want her
in that
anymore?
fight, if you remember.
Oh, there was a fight.
Yeah, remember that
She
fight?
said that there was a
Yeah,
fight. Yeah. Now, what point did she start disrespecting Miranda? Because remember, you may never ask Miranda
yeah,
questions.
exactly. But I mean, there were some like what was the whole point of like getting Emily into like retail? Like, was it to oust her? Like,
Right.
what was that whole thing? I mean, yeah, Emily does get into like, you never respected me, you never, all this and that,
Which
and
she didn't because remember, you were always pointing this out.
oh yes. So I don't know if any of you have when you see the first one, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but after when is it after
When
when
she's grilling her about not being able to bring her back home, it's
oh
just sprinkling or
yeah, it's
something.
just
It's
drizzling.
just drizzling, yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, out of all the girls who have had like Slender, of course,
Hmm.
and she's like, of all of them, they weren't good.
Hmm.
And then she kind of like looks this way, like past Andy, and she goes, "Stupid."
And she's calling Emily
Yeah,
stupid, which I had never noticed that until you pointed it out, and I
yeah,
was like, wow, she really is. She does not respect her
exactly.
at all.
And I mean, just how like people have pointed out, like how she was so quick to replace Emily for Paris.
Right.
And after like Andy proved her worth, basically, she started treating Emily like
The second assistant.
Exactly.
Yeah. Another thing that I noticed that wasn't in the second movie were like the long monologues.
Mm-hmm.
Like Miranda has her
Her
cerulean,
cerulean monologue.
and then
Nigel has his wake up six
wake up six.
monologue.
Oh, that one makes me cry every time.
It does. It
It's
really
so good.
does.
He makes me wake up when he says that. Because we only deign to do this.
Deign to do this. But I've always made it a point every time we see the first one where Andy is saying like, "Oh, they all think they're curing cancer. They're spending all this money and all this time on the minute details on things that people don't ever like, they don't need or they don't need in their life." And I'm like, just because it's not important to you doesn't mean it's not important to them.
It's important
People,
because you live your life.
You live your life in it. Well, not you, but
other people.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like how he says, like all these legends have walked through these halls, and you don't even care.
Right.
You don't care because you're just here for what, to climb the ranks basically,
Yeah.
or like climb the ladder to get to where you want to be. And that's the whole point of like, there's so many people who dream to work there. You only deign to work.
Right.
And you wonder why she doesn't kiss you on your forehead and gives you a gold star on your homework. Wake up, sweetheart.
I think in that moment we see how Andy is not empathetic at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I were Andy, which people used to call me Andy, my name's Andrea, right?
Andrea.
If I were her and I was there to climb the ladder for my journalistic career, I would 100% put myself in their shoes and see why it was important, because I know why journalism is important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this important to them? But you don't see any empathy coming from her.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's on a mission. She's there to climb, you know.
It also like goes into that narrative of like how fashion is considered less than because it's like a female oriented thing. Fashion really encompasses a whole variety of subjects: history, music, art, math, like all of these things. So many people dream to work here, and you're just here, to some people would like give their right arm to be where you are, and you're not. Well, what is it? You're not trying. You're whining.
Okay, so now we're gonna touch on the fun Easter eggs that we noticed throughout the movie. Okay, you go first.
So right off the bat, the bathroom, the mirror,
yes,
when she's brushing her teeth.
Yes,
that was the first one.
Yes, I love that. The only thing that I was like, are we gonna get a montage of like
kind of like the first one,
right.
How like the other women were getting ready versus how Andy was getting ready,
right? Mm-hmm. But I think now that she's fashionable, we didn't need it.
Even in those first 5 minutes, you can already see like the Easter eggs and the callbacks. Like in the banner, it said spring florals.
I literally didn't even see that.
I saw because like the banner unfurls and it says Runway and it says spring florals, and I was like, florals for spring, groundbreaking. And then she's going through, I think she's cutting through a park, and there's a vendor table, and it's a guy holding up the 2 cerulean belts.
Yes, I was like, ah! I think Ariana was like, oh my god, the belt, and I was like, oh shit, yeah.
I don't know if they were cerulean, but they were like the 2. They were so different. Yeah, blue.
Yeah, not lapis.
Cerulean.
She was eating a bagel.
She was eating the bagel. Yeah, she was eating the bagel.
Someone eating an onion bagel.
The sweater.
I didn't even see that.
At the end, I saw the blue sweater or the cerulean sweater, and I was like, that looks familiar. And I was like, it's the sweater because she cut it into a vest. And I was like, she kept the sweater. And I was like, it's like a full circle moment. Yeah. It was so good.
Even though she read her for filth.
Exactly. I think another Easter egg, the soup.
The soup?
You know what's the main ingredient of corn chowder? Cellulite is the main ingredient.
He got her every time.
And I want to say, and I don't know, leave it in the comments below if you saw this too. I think that bar that they were in, all 4 of the friends, was the same one from the first movie.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah. And you have to really see this, but there's a plate of fries or potatoes. The scene, they're tossing the phone around. He's talking about, we spent a semester on potatoes alone. But I also noticed that the Easter egg when they were tossing the phone around in the first one and in the second one,
They were tossing the phone
Yeah,
around.
I think because I think the friend was like texting like the publisher or something for the book,
Oh,
and I think
yes.
they were tossing the phone around. And I was like,
They really played with
yeah,
it. Yeah. I think another one, I think you said that they also say to jobs that pay the
the
rent.
jobs that pay the rent.
And I literally, I don't know
It's
if,
like it's one of those like you have to like
yeah,
catch it like right in the moment.
I guess I was just so excited to see it that I missed a few. Another one was six. He said
He said
six.
6. I think there was one that's all, if I'm not mistaken, like one of them.
I was really sure that she was going to say, that's all.
That's what a
At the
lot of
end.
people thought were that they were she was gonna say. I mean, but at the same time, it's like that's not really her line to say, basically.
Well, I felt like it kind of would have made sense because she wasn't like beneath her in a sense. Like she's a colleague at
Yeah.
this
I
point.
saw a lot of how it could have worked both ways, where Miranda says, "Do you need anything else?" And then Andy says, "That's all." And then at that's the same line that ends the first movie. Go. That's the same line that ends the first one, and it
I
ends the second
literally
one.
did not even
Yeah.
realize that. I'm telling you, I don't know what it was, but I guess I was just enjoying it. I
Hmm.
wasn't like, but
More
I
like
did
an
catch that.
analytical, like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, crazy. One thing that I did notice
Mhm.
was Emily's garage doors.
Yes,
Yes, I was
yes,
like, oh, she's still doing that.
exactly. And for those of you who don't know what garage doors are, it's basically just like one shadow on the eye. That's basically what it is.
Which Lilia taught me that because I didn't know garage doors. I didn't know that that's what it was called. I would always see the garage doors,
Hmm.
but I didn't know that
I
that's
want to
what they
say
were
that's
called.
like a drag queen term, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think. I'm not sure, but that's what I've always heard, like them
Mhm.
say, like garage doors. So there was a freaking jump scare, at least for me, when Irv died
Oh
during
my
the party.
god,
That
that
was
was
like a
so.
fucking jump scare
I
for
got
me. I
scared.
got
Yes, I was like,
scared.
what's going on?
I know. I started getting like a panic attack. Like, what the fuck is going on?
And of course, it would happen right before he'd announce her.
Exactly.
That it always happens,
Hmm.
like when stuff like that
And I think
happens.
that was the first time I ever saw Miranda like full on panic, like
Yes,
full on like in terror,
yeah.
basically. To see
I
it
know you
again.
guys mentioned the twins, but I don't remember seeing the twins.
So we think that the twins, like her twins from the first movie, all grown up, like they make a cameo in it, but it's like a brief, like
Yeah.
you have to catch it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Speaking of cameos, one that really didn't throw me off, but I did not expect to see him was John Batiste. I thought that was
Oh
so
yeah, yeah, yeah,
random.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't really see him as a stylish
He
guy.
has some good outfits, but like,
Yeah, so random.
yeah,
Of course, Donatella, which was
that was a big like,
that. Yeah,
whoa,
yeah.
whoa, do a
Now,
little
is this
cameo.
before she fixed her face or after? Because she kind of looked bad still, but I know
Uh-huh.
she just got her face done again,
Yeah.
and she looks better. So I didn't really remember. I just remember thinking to myself, she's not talking to
She's not
anybody
talking
these
to
days.
anybody these days.
And I was like, why is she eating with
Emily. I
Emily?
know. It's so weird.
It was weird because
Mhm.
she works for Dior and
Versace, and she's like the head of Versace.
yeah, so Versace.
Versace.
Yeah. So that was kind of
Yeah.
weird.
And I think Marc Jacobs was in it too.
Mark Jacobs was in there. Ashley Graham,
Ashley Graham.
which love her. She remember we were watching
Yeah, we're
the
watching the Met Gala, the Vogue coverage, and she was one of the co-hosts.
yeah,
And she was
loved
she's
her.
so pretty, so
Yes,
pretty.
love her. Law Roach.
Kara Swisher, she's in the political realm.
I think I saw her. I think I
Hmm.
know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I was like, she looks familiar. There were a lot of
there was a
people.
lot of like
Yeah.
you had to like really look.
Yeah.
So, what were your thoughts on some of the new characters in the movie?
I think they were very like complimentary to like the actual like the whole dynamic of the movie. I really like again. I really loved Simone Ashley,
Mhm.
Caleb. Um, although I think the only reason why they brought on Caleb is because he's super popular right now
Yeah.
and he's plus size.
Mhm.
Because he didn't really make any jokes.
No.
Nothing that I was cackling at. Because that man
Yeah.
makes me cackle.
He
Like
makes us laugh like so much.
I love
But I
him.
think like you pointed out, I think it's like the symbolism of like he's like plus size working as Miranda's assistant, and I think he's the first male Emily out of like
I think that's what he
all of
said,
the
right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And even at the end of the movie, there was another plus size
Mhm.
girl, which I was like, okay, so they're making a statement,
Yeah,
obviously. The standards back then were different,
they
you
were.
know,
They really
and
were.
they weren't as accepting as they are now. Okay, so I really just want to take this opportunity to just really, really talk about the reason why we enjoy this movie. And maybe it's two different reasons, right? But I know for me, it's because this movie very much helps me become very motivated.
Yes.
Because I love fashion, I really do.
Hmm.
It's hard for me to be fashionable in some way because of my body and like I'm plus size, so it's really hard to find clothing. But when I do, I wear it until it's falling apart. Like I run it to the ground, girl. Like,
Yeah.
um,
I mean, even
but
now, you're very fashionable right now.
thank you, you too.
Mhm.
But yeah, the movie really just like I really think it's like Nigel's monologue that gets
Mhm.
me every time because there's no reason why we shouldn't be up there. Like we shouldn't
Exactly.
be doing what we love, you know?
Hmm.
And I don't want to deign to only do this. Like I want to do it
Exactly.
because it's
It's
like
something I want to do. It's
yeah.
something like you really and even when he touches on like this is a shining beacon of hope for someone, say, I don't know, growing up with three older brothers, and when you're
Yeah.
pretending to go to soccer practice when you're really going to sewing class and reading Runway under the covers, like it gets to me because like I said, like that was my childhood dream, just to be the fashion, just to be a fashion designer, to be in that world. And yeah, music is one of my biggest passions, but just to be able to like create and just like get my voice out there, my vision out there. And you know even if it's just simple garments, and like, I'm still a beginner and whatnot, and I'm very much designing and constructing based on my level, but that can be my voice, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a hindrance, it's very much something that I'm in my wheelhouse to do. And
Yeah.
like just hearing that monologue and just seeing that movie, it just motivates me to like go back to like that childhood dream. And
Yeah.
it's incredible. I don't know, it gets me so like
It's I don't even know what word to use. I just know that when I watch it and I hear that specific monologue,
mhm,
like it really like when he says wake up, like I feel like I'm sleeping most of my life. Or I've
mhm,
slept most of my life,
yeah.
figuratively and literally. But like figuratively, like I hate that because I know there's so much that I can do and there's
Mhm,
so much that um I want to do. And I don't want one, my me being plus size to hold me back,
mhm.
and two, my age,
Exactly.
you
That's a
know.
big thing I
Yeah.
was, grappling with. I spent a lot of my 20s in every many aspects of life being scared and timid, not really wanting to try for fear of failure. But now that I'm turning 30 and I'm getting into the,
It's not that bad.
yeah, and getting into that decade, I really want to reclaim this decade and just try, just everything that I've wanted to do in my 20s, just try it.
Yeah.
Just see what happens.
I remember talking to you about the movies or like the thing the well movies, music, anything that makes me like, yes, like let's do
Yeah,
it. Like for sure that movie is like one of those movies and
exactly.
I get so excited like one when you come up here and like
Hmm.
we get to spend time together
Yeah,
because I know that one we're going to get to work and we're going to do things that we
yeah,
want to do and really push this out there, but also that movie just really like it's that little extra push, you
yeah,
know.
very much. And
So yeah.
even coming out of the second movie, it just motivated me to just design again. Like I spent a lot of time not really, taking a break from, just designing other things and not really like doing a lot of the stuff. And even you like pointed this out, like I was doing a lot of designing but not a lot of constructing. And I think that now I have that motivation, even like watching the first one, now watching the second one, I have that motivation to just do a small capsule of 5, 8 pieces and just see, what happens. Honestly, like it really, even that second movie really motivated me just to go back into it and just do basically.
Yeah. I don't want to say because obviously you know I love to sing and like that's my It's always been my thing.
Yeah.
And eventually I'm gonna get back to it. I know
Hmm.
I am. It's just been really hard to like find that love again.
Yeah.
But I know right now this is what I want to do.
Exactly.
You know, I've graduated. I've done everything my parents wanted me to do, and now
Mhm.
it's what I want to do.
Exactly.
All right, you guys. So that is our first
Yes.
episode, our review of Devil Wears Prada 2. I think it went really well.
I think so too.
We might have talked a lot, but we touched on a lot of really great points
Yeah.
and themes.
And I would say this is very much a preview of what's to come in terms of like the official episode. This is more of
Yeah.
like a pilot kind of
Yeah.
mini episode, but like it's we talk a lot, and that was basically the whole point of like starting this whole thing is that we talk a
Okay, we
lot.
talked a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And we were always like, why did we never recorded this?
Right.
Because we get into some deep stuff,
Yeah.
and it was just about time, and we were just like, you know what? Let's
Let's
just
just
do
do
it.
it. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, did we just have
Yes.
a Trixie and
Yes, we
Tati
did.
moment? That was amazing. I love
Yeah.
that. Thank you so much for sitting and listening to us gab.
Yeah.
I really hope that you guys do get to watch the movie because it's really great.
It's so good.
It's
So
fantastic.
good.
I tell Lilia that it's literally the cherry on top. Like,
Yeah.
so good.
We have some great stuff coming. And we're still in development, but we are really excited to get this out. I know that I'm going to be celebrating my 30th birthday, and I want to take everyone along, and we
Yes.
vlog and all this stuff, and maybe do even a mini episode wherever we decide to go for my birthday. But no, this is just exciting. It's very
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah. And it's good that we're going to talk about the things that we love and we enjoy.
Exactly.
You know, nobody's telling us what to talk about. So
Mhm.
we really hope that you enjoyed this very first episode of Soft Girls Talk Back. If you have any comments or questions that you want to give us, feel free to let us know down in the comment section below. All of our social media pages and links will be noted in the description box below. And we hope to see you on the next episode
Yes.
of Soft Girls
Girls
Talk
Talk Back.
Back.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.